Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the official Nerd Talk channel. My name is Tyler, aka My Never Nerd, joined by my co-host AJ Reacts to, and we are back for a special Tuesday night edition of Nerd Talk. We are on episode 122, and tonight we will be doing a live watch along for The Crow. And that's pretty much it because this week was insanely slow, other than one piece of news, which we'll get into in a second. What is going on? I feel like I just
Oh,
saw you like 2 days ago.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Because I did
Yeah,
just see
you
you 2
did.
days ago.
Had an amazing weekend with my boys out in Vegas.
Yeah.
I am a bit jet lagged because I did come in this morning and
Yeah.
with like an hour of sleep. So, I took a little nap earlier, but I'm still like a little off. But other than that, I had a great time, and we back doing nerd
Yeah.
talk. So
Um yeah, my even before the vacation, my birthday was Thursday. I'm officially 22 years old. I had an amazing day Thursday. Went to go see Romulus with my best friends. Had a absolute blast. Movie was a blast. Then vacation was awesome.
sorry,
We got to
Romulus again.
see, yeah, we that's how we ended the vacation. We saw
Yes.
Romulus again, and we got to see our very own Alex Thomas get married. Absolutely amazing! Congratulations to him and his lovely wife Stephanie. Thank you to his family for having us. We had an absolutely phenomenal time out there in
Amazing.
Vegas. The wedding
Amazing.
was fantastic.
Nice.
Um, and it just felt nice to kick back and not really think about much for a couple days. Now we're back to business, you know?
Back to reality.
Yeah, right? Back to business.
Yep.
So, we like I said, we only have one major news topic, and honestly, if this didn't come out, we would just went to the spoiler talk. But this was pretty major, so I did want to touch on this really quick. And it is the Acolyte officially being canceled by Disney after season one. So, for those of you who somehow don't know what the Acolyte is, the Acolyte was a Disney Plus Star Wars show that released, um, when did it release? Like June ish.
Yeah.
Um, and it was a prequel story about the Jedi, High Republic, and all this nonsense. Um, the show was not very well received. It was review bombed before the show even came out because it had like female leads and all that, which unfortunately is the norm for Star Wars at this point in our age. But nonetheless,
That it was review bomb, not that
yeah,
had women leads.
yes, 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 obviously, yes. Um, and so the reception wasn't very good. I wasn't really feeling the trailers, and when I watched the first couple episodes, I was like, this could be fine. Well, I thought it was very okay at first. There were a couple episodes here and there that I somewhat enjoyed. I think that the fifth episode was by a country mile the best episode. That was when the show delivered on what it was promised. And then after that, it just, for the most part, was like insanely boring and just a slog to get through. The writing was horrendous. The characters were not really investing, other than the big bad. To be honest, I liked his character. He was like the most innocent of the characters. And then the finale was, it was a halfway decent finale, but you could tell that they were just trying to get any credibility they had left with that stinger that honestly just annoyed me more than got me excited, because it was like, oh, hey, you want to get excited, and I was like, no, no, I don't. I'm sorry, you're not gonna do that to me. No. So I was kind of annoyed that they were setting up a season two, because I was just like, oh my god, more of this, really. So when it was announced that it was canceled, I don't want to say I was surprised, but I was like, oh, it's like, okay. It was a little odd because we haven't gotten an announcement like that for any other Disney Plus show, really, at all. I think like
Even Boba
they
Fett.
did it. They did it for Willow and a couple of other like Disney Plus shows, but like Obi-Wan, no. Boba Fett, no. None of the Disney Plus shows, like the Marvel Disney Plus shows, none of
Mhm.
those. So it was interesting that that announcement came about. I was like, That's interesting. Um, and then the social media reaction came out, and I immediately just got annoyed because people don't know how to act like adults at all on social media. So, as for my thoughts about it, uh, I'm a little relieved, to be honest, because we knew if they were going to do a season two, they weren't going to switch the writing team. They weren't going to change anything. At least I don't think so. And so to go through another 8 weeks of this, it was just exhausting. It was exhausting. I didn't care. And I didn't have any interest in where this was going to go. And I don't even think they knew where this was going to go, to be honest. So hearing that it was not going to keep going, I was fairly satisfied. What I'm not satisfied about is people pointing fingers. You have people online saying basically, "Oh, it's most of the fans' fault for that are fans of Star Wars that this show got canceled because they can't handle what's in this show and X, Y, and Z, and oh, they never gave the show a chance." First of all, review bombing and saying that something is not good without watching it, that's been a thing. Unfortunately, it's been a thing. You
Mhm.
look at the Marvels. The Marvels, and I'm not saying this has anything to do with how good or bad the movie is. I'm just saying the Marvels bombed at the box office because, and I'm not saying this is the only reason,
Only, yeah.
because this came out in a time where people just did not care about the MCU, but the Marvels was very unsuccessful at the box office, and one of the major reasons is because people just boycotted the movie because there were three women prominent in that movie. Like that's
Yeah.
just what it is. And the first one made $1 billion.
Hmm.
You know, that could also be due to the fact that people don't really like Captain Marvel as a character. But most people were just like, "Oh, I'm not watching that because it has 30 women plastered, front and center." And which is odd to me because that movie isn't even like that. It's more of a just a hangout movie. So I don't really understand. Whatever. You look at the Disney trilogy, the Star Wars trilogy. Ray was front and center throughout all those movies, and they people did not like them. But what happened? All three of those movies made $1 billion. Why? Because people were invested in them. Ray was like a little minute thing, as big as her character is. She was a little minute part compared to like Snoke, Kylo Ren, Chewie, Leia. All these things that made those movies as good as they were. At least to me, 2 out of 3, at least to me. So the excuse of it's the review bombers' fault that the show got canceled. It doesn't really make any sense to me. What I think happened was Disney looked at. I don't really think they looked at the whole review bombing thing. They more or less looked at legit critics that did not really like the show, and they were just like, I truthfully think Disney is tired of all the bad publicity. I truly think so. Now, granted,
They more than likely looked at the views as well,
that too.
on the budget that they spent on this show.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that Disney is just tired of the bad publicity that they're getting. Now, granted, it's kind of their fault that they put themselves in that corner because the show is just written badly. So maybe if the difference is with this show, it's written badly. 2 out of the 3, yes, The Last Jedi being the good one that's written, 2 out of the 3 of that Disney trilogy are written fairly well. And even the people, and even Rise of Skywalker, some people like the way that movie's written. You have people that like a lot of people like those 3 movies, or at least 2 out of the 3 of those movies. Not a lot of people like the Acolyte, and throwing the excuse at me of, "Oh, it was different, so that's why it was good." No, that's not an excuse. You're telling me what the show is. Telling me what the show is does not make the show good or bad. Yes, was the show different? Was the show unique? Sure. Did we see things that we hadn't seen in Star Wars before? Absolutely. Do I want more of that? Absolutely. But it has to be well written. That's
True.
what the bottom line is.
Yeah.
And I am allowed to say whether or not something is good or bad. I did not think the show was particularly good. Were there good moments? Absolutely. There were moments in this show where I was like, "Yo, that was raw." Most of them came from episode 5, but still, this show did generate excitement out of me. But at the end of the day, was I satisfied wasting 7 weeks because they did the 2 episode thing? 7 weeks of my life? No, no. And if you were gonna sit here and legit tell you I was like interested in what they were gonna do with season 2, the answer would have been no. That first season ended, and I was like, I honestly might not even watch the second season, at least when it comes out, because I just don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care. People have the right to say whether or not something is good or bad. How they go about it is completely different. Do I think people are immature and ridiculous? Absolutely. Twitter is the epitome of that. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad if something you like gets canceled because you're in a minority and most people don't like it. That's just how it is. You can't get upset at that. If, some people said they didn't like it because of stupid reasons. But if people are sitting here being legit and straightforward with you and saying, I don't like this show because of this, and this, you can't get mad at that. You have to respect that. That shit, just like the same way, I don't really agree with people that say they like this show. But I'm like, okay, you liked it. I'm happy for you. More power to you. Get all the toys and cosplay at Comic Con. Do what you want. But I'm not gonna sit here and feel bad when the show was not good. It just wasn't. That's the bottom line. The show was not good, and it was not well received by many people, and it did many things that Star Wars fans, including me, did not like. Were you really excited to see them attempt to bring Darth Plagueis into live action? That would have been rather horrible. Were you really excited to see another CGI Yoda again? Because they weren't gonna puppet that thing. I sometimes you people really gotta think. You do. It's better to just put it out of its misery. Now, granted, is there an option of like, oh yeah, they could have made a season 2 and they could have made it better? Absolutely. But you have to look at what came before it. People didn't really like Mando season 3. I'm one of the few that actually really liked Mando season 3. People didn't like Book of Boba Fett really at all. I'm one of the few that enjoyed most of Book of Boba Fett. Most of it had to do with the Mandalorian, but the point is, and obviously the whole sequel trilogy debacle. It's just hit after hit after hit. And granted, it's their fault because they are writing it. But again, you have to look at that. Do you really think they wanted to go through this again? Make another season with the risk of people reacting the same way again? Do you think the actors wanted to go through that again? You can go on all the podcasts you want and say, oh, well, the Star Wars fans are disrespectful, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. It don't matter. It don't matter. We know behind the scenes they're pissed at the way this turned out. The reception, I mean. Obviously, they're probably proud of their work. But, you just have to think like that. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. I personally, I didn't really care for Andor. But most people really did. And what happened? We're getting a second season. Now, granted, the second season was planned ahead. But do you really think that second season would have moved forward if Andor had the same reaction that Acolyte did? You got to think. Like I said, I didn't really care for Andor. Most people really did, of which I'm happy for them. I'm not mad about it. It wasn't for me. It's not a bad show. It just wasn't for me. But I'm happy that people have found something in Star Wars to enjoy. And when that second season comes around, I'm gonna be happy for everyone that watches it. But why am I gonna be mad? Why am I gonna sit on my hand? You guys are dumb for liking that show that I don't like. It doesn't make any sense. So mainly I want to talk about this more, not so much as like how I'm reacting to the show being canceled, but just how everyone else is reacting to the show being canceled. It's ridiculous, it's immature, and it's adding more toxic waste to the horrible community that Star Wars has become since the sequel trilogy. And I don't know what's going to make it better, but people need to use their heads and stop pointing fingers. It gets you nowhere. Just stop pointing fingers and just take it on the chin. Shows get canceled every day. Shows end on cliffhangers and get canceled every day. That's
good,
just how it
good
is.
good shows get canceled, let alone shows that are not so good.
Exactly.
So
You know, that's just how it is. You can't get that's unfortunately the television business. That's just how it is. What are your thoughts on all of this?
so I'm gonna be pretty brief with it. As far as the Acolyte, I was hyped when this show was coming out. Like before the first episode, I was really hyped. I loved the trailers. I was like, this is gonna be dope. This is not gonna have anything to do with the Skywalker trilogy and the whole saga of Skywalker. I'm like, I want something new. I want something fresh from Star Wars. It's such a huge world. Let's, yes, it's dealing with Jedi, but like, it's something different. Those first two episodes I dug. Like I was like, okay, this is a cool setup. Then episode 3 happened, and I will say it wasn't for me. There are a lot of things in that episode that I just didn't care for. Didn't watch the rest of the show week to week because I just was like kind of done. I was like, not feeling it. So when the show was about to end, I just caught up, watched the finale, on that day, and I'll say this: I didn't absolutely hate the show. I could definitely say that it wasn't well written. There was a lot of things that I just wasn't feeling about the writing. Some of the aesthetic I really liked. The I'm going to say the filmmaking, but uh the way that everything was shot, the score, everything was cool like that, and I actually liked the villain here. I wish they gave him more to do. I
Yeah.
wish they had probably a better motive. Even though I didn't hate his motive, but like just something that like kind of like, okay, I get why he's doing that. Like, okay, let's go. It wasn't really like that. It was like he wants a student, he wants a acolyte, basically. And I was like, okay, I get it, but you know, it could have went deeper. Um, we got episode 5, which I feel like that was kind of bait.
Hmm.
I feel like episode 5 was bait to watch the show because that's what was mostly advertised, like the action, the Jedi coming together, taking on this big bad, like, that was like kind of the selling point of the show. And when they did it in one episode, that episode was cool, but like everything surrounding it was like kind of okay to So I don't know. This show, by the end of the season, I was kind of on the fence. I didn't hate the ending of the season because it looked like some character arcs were happening, but like by that time it was kind of too late. By that time, like we kind of meandered throughout the entire season, and then by the end it was like, okay, I see that this character is kind of going to the dark side, like we see that, but do we really care? you know, that's kind of how I felt about it. But when I heard that it was getting canceled, my initial my initial thought was good. That was my initial thought, like honestly, because I was like, we can't keep rewarding these shows for bad writing. We
Yeah.
can't. That's how we keep getting shows that have bad writing. Like that's how we keep getting these mediocre, things. Is because people, are like, okay, I see the vision. Let's, keep, making it. No, don't feed me that. Give me something of substance, something that is creative, something that is worth my time.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Give me something that's worth my time. Now, Skeleton Crew looks like something that is not to be taken too seriously. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Um, it looks like something different that we never had in the Star Wars, franchise. So I'm down with that. But if it's not great, it's not a whole lot of skin off my back. But that's something that I'm kind of looking forward to because it's different. I'm always up for something different, new, creative. Don't feed me the same stuff. Don't feed me mediocre stuff. Give me something new and creative. That's what should be coming out of Star Wars now anyway. That's what should be coming out of every media.
Yeah.
Something new, something creative. Even if you take, old, franchises and bring them back, do something different with them. Do something interesting, you know. But that's just how I feel. After thinking about this, that it was canceled, I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that it's canceled. For everybody else that's like, oh, pointing fingers and stuff, whatever, man. I'm ready for some substance, some good content, something creative. That's what I want.
Yeah. All right, guys. If you guys have any thoughts on the Acolyte being canceled, let us know down below. And we are going to move into our watch along for tonight. And it is for the 1994 classic, The Crow. So if you are new to our watch alongs, you grab your physical copy of The Crow. We both have the 4K. It is also streaming on Amazon Prime. Surprisingly, not Paramount Plus, which is interesting, but it is on Amazon Prime. You sync to timestamp 00 and get past all the ads and all that, and wait for us to count in.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm watching on my PS4, so I don't. This didn't come with a Blu-ray, so I'm watching it on Vudu.
Let me know if you had the Miramax logo.
I do.
You do. Okay.
Miramax Films.
All right. All right. Queued up. So we are going to count down three and 3, 2, 1, play. Got the old school Miramax logo on there, which I wish they would do more on 4Ks instead of giving us new logos. It's the aesthetic.
Yes.
All right. Oh, let's hit the chat. Emmett, what's going on? What's going on, Brian? Alex just got back from the same trip we did. He is spending time with his wife. He's probably not going to be in here until about like I don't want to jump the shark, but probably October because his honeymoon is coming up. So we'll see what happens with that. Disney did the right thing, absolutely. Are you guys excited for the new one? Yes,
The
yes,
new one. Oh, for the Crow.
I am. I'm tired of having to hide it. I am. I I saw the trailer and I was like, that looks fun. That looks raw. And every time I've seen the trailer moving forward, I was like, yeah, it looks fun. It looks like it's gonna be fun. It's making me nervous that Lionsgate is seeming to have like no faith in this movie because they didn't release another trailer. The show times are all over the place.
Yep. No,
Um,
I have no IMAX. I still don't have IMAX for it this
yeah.
week. So
Thursday
I don't
night
know.
is only 7 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, which is weird for a Thursday night. Normally there's a 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then Friday even there's only a 10 o'clock IMAX. So
I don't
I
have
don't.
Dolby. I don't have Dolby either. I only have
Nope,
standard.
I don't have Dolby either. I don't
So
know
it's
what's.
it's only in standard for you.
No, I have standard and then a couple of IMAX showtimes.
Oh, okay.
I think it's because Blink Twice is in Dolby, but I don't know why that movie is in Dolby. I don't know.
Mm,
But yeah, some of that is making me nervous. The press screening is tonight, so I guess those reactions are gonna come out. But I'm excited. I am. I think the action looks dope, and it looks like a new modern reimagining of The
hmm
Crow.
Yeah, modern take on it.
Ned Stark, what's going on?
Ned Stark. Edard.
Pennywise has two movies coming out. That yeah, he was Boy Kills
Nosferatu.
World. Well,
Oh,
oh, so that's
yeah,
three.
three. Yeah,
He was in
Nosferatu.
Boys
Boyka's
Kills
World.
World too.
Yeah, and the Crow.
Um, The Crow will not. But yeah,
Set.
I don't think so.
I can't see him making much money. I don't
And
think people are really excited for this movie.
it's
I don't.
because people are so afraid of a new version of The Crow, which is weird to me because they had four or three different DVD sequels. So I don't understand why them doing this is such a problem. Maybe it's because those sequels suck. I mean, if that's the excuse, then fine. But like, it wasn't really a problem back then, but now it's a problem when they can do it with money, right? Um, I don't know. Maybe Edward Furlong being the Crow really was the final nail in the coffin.
I forgot that he was the Crow. Is that in the second one?
No, I think that's like the
Three.
third one, the
Oh,
third
okay.
or the fourth one.
Oh my gosh.
So
I feel like I gotta go through that franchise now.
have fun.
See how horrible it is.
So we'll combine the stories of when we saw this for the first time because we watched this for the first time together. We did a
Mhm.
31 on 31, and it was an action one, and this is one of the movies that we did. I was excited to watch this because this is one I'd been wanting to watch for years, and I really liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Um, it had that very old school feel to it, but it also kind of felt very unique for the time. Like you wouldn't see a movie like this in this time.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool. AJ liked it a lot more than I did, but I mean, I gave it a 4. He gave it a 4.5. So I don't want to say a lot more than me, but um, yeah, we both very much enjoyed it.
hmm Yeah. It has that. For me, it has that tone and aesthetic to it that is it's really cool to me, like a
Hmm.
gothic dark. And with the remake, it looks like it has tones of that, but it looks like
John
a
Wick.
lot more action. Yeah,
Yeah,
action heavy and action centric.
you could tell by the way they edit the trailer
Yeah,
with the
definitely.
song in there. Brian, you asked how the 4K is. The 4K so far looks really good,
I still have to
which
watch the
is comforting because we watched it on Prime and that stream was rather horrible.
stream wasn't good.
We were like, "Wow, this is really bad." This looks really good actually. They cleaned this up very nicely.
I still have yet to watch the 4K. I'm watching the stream right now.
I wonder if he's Eric Draven in this new one or if he's somebody else. You know, I tried going on Letterbox today to change the poster for the remake, and it said error has occurred. I was like, "What?"
Was it Letterbox being down?
No, because it was only that movie that it was doing that.
Interesting.
I was like, "What?" It's so weird. I hope they fix that by the time the movie comes out.
Yeah, the beginning of this movie, I remember thinking this and watching it the first time. The beginning of this movie has like a very strange tone to it. It's like they're just kind of like hanging out, and it's like the score like kind of has like a little peppy tone, like score to it, and it's just like okay. But if you know what this movie is about, it's rather serious. It's
Yeah.
not like it's not like of the faint of heart for the faint of heart at all. Mm.
One thing that already looks different is that in the remake, we're gonna see how him and his wife are murdered, which uh, it's not needed. Is it needed? No, but if you're gonna change something, I guess you can change that. You know.
Yeah, kind of looked like they were drowned or something
Hmm.
because they were like underwater. Brandon Lee, rest in peace.
The world in this movie kind of reminds me of RoboCop of all things.
Mm, I could see that.
It's where everyone's acting like insane.
It's like a gothic RoboCop. Yeah, it's kind of like a little bit. I wouldn't say apocalyptic, but like everything is trashed and
Hmm.
like run down. Whipping that boy. So, hoodlums. I do kind of like how this movie is pretty straightforward with like its story.
Hmm.
It could easily like get convoluted, but hey, it's a revenge story, and he comes back to take revenge on the people that killed him and his wife. Like simple.
Yeah, it looks like in the remake we're gonna see more of him and his wife, which I think could be cool.
Yeah, that could be cool. I wonder if this girl is gonna be in it, or because she kind of is like a big part of this movie.
Hmm.
Um,
Hot
and
too.
yeah, he is too. Um, I don't know. She's significant to him by the end of the movie. So,
Who knows if this remake is actually that good? Maybe we'll pencil it in for an OVR for next year.
I'm down with that. How's the lighting on that 4K?
It's pretty good.
Because I know 4Ks tend to be like really dark sometimes, and this movie has a very dark color palette, and lighting is very dark too. So sitting over there like Godzilla 2014, like what's going on? Like can't see.
That 4K is not that dark though. That 4K is actually really good. That movie is just dark. That's an issue with the movie, not the transfer.
All right.
How?
All I know is I can't watch that movie during the day. My brightness all the way up. Can't see nothing. Engelbert Axel says, "How was your vacation? Vacation was dope. It's
Yeah, it
awesome."
was.
I need to rewatch this movie. I'm just chilling in the chat. I wanted to congratulate Alex on his marriage. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Feel free to chat with
Congratulations.
us, sir.
Yes.
We don't bite.
Yep. Ask some questions. We're willing to chat it up.
I feel like the worst parts of that vacation was all of us coming back. And it's not because, like, oh yeah, we gotta come back. Oh, I feel like all three of us got like crappy flights.
Um.
Because I know you and Alex have like midnight flights. And then
Yeah.
I had to wake up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so bad. Um, I
Oh, like when he fell out.
yeah,
Fell out of
I
the
I
window.
don't, dude. I don't sleep on planes. I was knocked out on that flight, bro. You know me. I don't sleep on planes at all. I said no. There's no way I could do this, bro.
Yeah.
I slept for about like 2 hours, give or take, and then the rest of it I was just chilling. I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch like more than half the stuff I downloaded on my phone.
It's
That
crazy.
on the way back, I was just watching Seinfeld. To be honest, I
Yeah.
watched 20 minutes of The Flash, and I was like, "Nah, I'm going to."
What made you want to put that on?
Cause that was one of the movies I downloaded, and I was like, "All right, I want to try and watch this." And I watched like 20 minutes of it, and I was just like, "Oh, it's not bad." Mm, some of it is, but I was just like, I wasn't really feeling any different. Like I wasn't getting excited. I was
Mhm.
watching the babies get put in microwaves and shit, and I was just like, "Oh my."
Yo,
NerdTalk does not condone putting babies in microwaves.
we do not.
Babies should not be placed near or in any electrical appliances. Just needed to clarify that.
uh,
I started watching the Peanuts movie today with my little brothers.
mhm.
It didn't really hit the same, to be honest. I was kind of
Mm,
just watching it, and I was like, maybe it's just not really that great. It wasn't bad, but I was kind of like, it's not hitting the way I remember the Peanuts movie hit.
mhm.
I remember that movie being a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah, I had a layover. It was well, I had two layovers. Going and coming back. The first one wasn't bad because my first flight was delayed. So basically, when I landed, I just went straight to my other plane and got on. So that wasn't even really like a layover per se. It was just me changing flights real quick. The second one, me coming back, was like 2 hours and a half, and I was just sitting there. And oh yeah, I lost my AirPods by the way. Um,
what?
yeah. So luckily, I had have a backup here. Um, but yeah, I lost my AirPods on my layover. Actually, I don't know what happened. Um, but yeah, layovers are not great. But if it has me paying less, hey, I got bills, bro.
Hmm.
Got that POV shot. Oh yeah, we gearing up. We gearing up. Let's go. Hey,
Hmm.
Kitty. Got
I think you're a
the
little
cut.
ahead of me.
Yo.
And I said I was gonna try to read
Bro.
the Maze Runner. I didn't read a single word of that book.
I didn't read a whole lot on the trip. I did. I finished the Civil War comic, and then I read maybe 30 pages of my other book.
Hmm.
but it wasn't a whole lot of time to do that. So it was cool though. I mean, read some. I didn't really play my Switch all that much on the way to Vegas. I played it maybe 45 minutes, but I didn't touch it after
I
that.
I think I played it the whole time I was awake on that flight. I played
Wow,
Doom and then I switched to Mario Kart and I was playing Mario Kart.
nice.
Filminator, what's going on? You said, have you seen The Hitcher 1986? I recommend it. No, but that's been one that's I've been kind of interested in it.
I watched the Hitcher remake a long time ago. I think that came out in like what 2006 or something like that,
Yeah.
or something like that in the 2000s. And I watched it not too long after.
Hmm. Yeah, Brian, I saw that he was gonna be in Call of Duty. I saw that. I was like, of course he is, because why
He's gonna
not?
be in, he's gonna be in Call of Duty.
Yes, because Call of Duty is so desperate for anyone to play their games that they have these random crossovers just because.
Yeah. Oh, the remake to the Hitcher was 2007. I was a year off.
Yeah, Brian, that was all of our first times in Vegas.
First time of it. No, Alex been.
He did? I didn't
I
know.
think yeah, I think Alex has been. Yeah, but me and Tyler, yeah, first time. It was crazy, bro. Like driving in the city area was insane because all the lights and the tourist attractions and all that. They had roller coasters and like all kinds of stuff. And then driving out like on the freeways and stuff was crazy too. Seeing the mountains in the distance and all that, and like no hardly any greenery. It was like palm trees and stuff like that, and some bushes, but it was like no grass. Like there was no grass in sight. And you know what was funny is when I went to Zia Records, I noticed that they had a lawn, but it was astroturf. It was like plastic grass, bro. And I was like, wow. They're trying to imitate grass because it's so dry out there. Whee! Oh yeah. Oh, this dude gets it bad. Yo, you see that coming towards you. Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't messing with him. Looking like Arthur Fleck.
Come here.
I said this when we watched it the first time. I was like, they had to have gotten inspiration from this movie for the Joker with like the makeup and the hair and
Hmm.
everything like that. He had to have. This movie is so like I guess not surprising, but it is violent. Kill them on Halloween. Mm,
Mm.
headbutt. Are y'all going to see the remake? I I know Tyler is. Tyler's definitely seeing it.
Yeah.
I want to, but I just don't know like how my schedule's set up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to see it in the theater. I hope I can. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because I'm gonna do a double feature with that and Strange Darling. I'm just trying to figure out the times because either way, I'm gonna have to wait like an hour and change, and I really wasn't trying to, but
Are you going to see? Shaun of the Dead next week?
I don't think anything's coming out, so probably.
Yeah.
Let me actually see if the times are up for that. Mm.
It's the first time we're watching this without commercial break.
Yeah.
Because right after he stabbed that dude, it went to a commercial break. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hey! Ooh, the 7 o'clock is completely packed next week for Shaun of the Dead.
Part of that has to do with it's only shown in one format.
Well, no, there's a 9:30 one too, and they're showing it for a couple of days too. So
Nice. Yeah, there's no standard or IMAX or anything for that though.
Mm-mm. Shoot, I might actually go to that.
Because when I went to go see Romulus the second time, there was an advertisement for it, and it was like a whole trailer, like, oh, re-releasing in theaters, the cult classic, only in Dolby. And I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna get like a standard. I didn't think it was gonna get IMAX, but I thought it was gonna get standard showings at least.
Let me check right now. I need to check my school schedule.
Whoa.
Because I honestly do not know it. And I need to. Well, I've made it. I just don't. I forgot it.
Yeah, you don't have it memorized yet. So we get this villain.
Shoot, I can't go. Oh no, I can't go to the 7 o'clock.
Villain's name is Top Dollar. Michael Wincott. He's in the Ghost of the Shell movie. Oh, this is the dude. This villain is the guy from Nope, the videographer from Nope. I didn't realize that.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
He voiced in Treasure Planet too, looks like. And he's in Alien Resurrection as well. Got Tony Todd in this movie. I did not.
This movie.
He's like, he works with the villain.
I
remember watching it the first time. I was like, I had no idea he was in this movie.
There's a couple. The dude from Ghostbusters, I definitely did not know was in this movie.
I didn't know he was in it. Nope. I didn't know he was in it either. Winston. Ernie Hudson.
Damn it. I gotta go get this again.
Here's the Crow. It's a smooth transition. Yo, I remember he destroys this dude in the pawn shop. We're closed.
Man, it's looking like Monday's about to be my favorite day of the week because I only have one class and it's not, insanely early.
Nice.
And I get to go home. It's quick, and I get to go home and relax before I gotta go to work. Mm.
Looking for something in that engagement.
Oh! Ow!
Oh, Brandon Lee is so good in this movie. He kills it. And Ernie Hudson's cop hat in this movie
Oh yeah.
look like a shower cap. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I saw Cobra Kai season 6. We did a spoiler talk on it.
yeah, I haven't
I
watched it.
forgot.
I
I
haven't
forgot
watched
for
any of it.
what thing it was for, but I know we did a spoiler talk for it. I'll tell you right now which one we did it for. Oh, it was Deadpool and Wolverine. No.
No, because I wasn't there. It was one that I wasn't there for. Look on the Instagram because I think I posted something from the Instagram on Instagram. Hmm. Sheesh. Maybe it was a Deadpool watch along. Yeah, it was a Deadpool watch along.
Yeah, it was
Hmm.
Deadpool. Well, I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily rank the season because it's not over, but so far it's really good.
I'm probably gonna wait for the second part to drop before I watch it.
Death is coming.
Who?
Oh no.
Is that gasoline I smell?
Oh.
No.
Ah! Ah!
Oh, stop, drop, and roll.
Bro, I watched the episode of Seinfeld with the fire on the plane. Yo, I was in tears, bro. Bro, man, push everybody out the way, bro. Oh, AJ, do not read that last comment. Emmett, AJ has not seen it.
Okay,
Please don't spoil it.
bro. What the shower cap?
Well, he needs that for when the um sprinkler system goes off. The ironic thing is, I don't even think he has that much hair under that too. That's the
No,
funny thing.
no. It'd be hilarious if he was bald. He got a guitar. He reminds me so much of Joker. They just don't know it yet.
I had the privilege of showing my little brother Scream for the first time today.
Was it the first one?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I was home with them, and normally when I'm home with them and their parents aren't home with them, I'm like, all right, I want to show them a big boy movie. I was going through my voodoo. I was like, I think I want to show them a horror movie because I take my little brother to the movie a lot, my youngest one, and every time the horror trailers come on, he kind of hides his face. He's like, "Oh, I don't really want to watch it." Um, so I want to get him into horror movies. Like I want to ease him into that.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? Let me ease him into it the way I was eased to it. I'm gonna have him watch Scream. And both my little brothers sat down and watched Scream with me. Um
I think Scream
so
is a good one to start with.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a good
Um
one to start with. The first
the
one.
the other one I saw on there was Crawl. I was like, oh yeah, that you definitely sit there and watch that
Yeah,
and be fine.
yeah, that one's not
So
bad.
I had him watch the opening scene, and he was kind of freaked out, kind of not. I was
Yep.
like,
Yeah, if
he's
you
like,
could get past that opening scene, the rest of the movie kind of like gradually brings you there. But that
he
opening scene is a little freaky. Like,
yeah. I was
I ain't
like,
gonna
you
lie.
want me to keep going? He was like, keep going,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so we were watching it, and I don't think he fully realized that it was a horror comedy because like
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing at the stuff that I found funny for years,
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of wasn't getting it. Like some of it he found funny, but I don't think he really realized that it was like supposed to be a funny horror movie
Mm-hmm.
at points.
Right.
The bet by far the best part was watching both of them go. Oh, they're the killer. They're the killer. They gotta be the killer. They gotta be. They gotta be the killer. It was hilarious, and when they revealed who the killers were, that that reaction was like YouTube worthy, bro. This kid literally leaped out of his seat and said, "There's two killers. I hilarious. I'm so glad I got it on video. It was hilarious.
That's funny.
Um, but yeah, that was a fun thing. And that now my oldest little brother was like, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm not watching these." Like which
Mm-hmm.
I was like, whatever. My youngest, he's like, "I'm ready to watch the rest of them," which I'm excited about. So I'm
Good
gonna
too.
try. I'm gonna try and sit there and watch the rest of them with him. But if push comes to shove, I'm gonna be like, just watch like two to like five, and then I want to watch six again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just really fun seeing my siblings react to that movie the same way I did when I first watched it. The whole thing, I'm like, they're the killer. They're killer. Oh my god, there's multiple killers.
Mm-hmm.
I did love that my older brother caught the joke where Sydney is like, "Oh, the horror movies are so stupid. They're all about a girl that should be running at the front door, but she's running up the steps. And when she starts running up the steps, he was like, "Oh, that's what she said that they should be doing." I was like, "Yes, thank
Yep.
God he caught it."
So he's a
Drinking
rock star.
out of my lovely birthday gift from my best friend. She got
Oh,
me a
nice.
Deadpool Stanley Cup. I love it. I don't.
Yep.
If you guys know me in real life, you know that I honestly hate Stanley Cups. I think the concept and fiasco around them is fucking dumb. But I guess when you make it look like this, I'm not gonna really complain. I do really. Love this cup. I've never been big on Stanley Cups. I think, like I said, they're really stupid, and the fact that everyone's like, "I need it in my life," it's like, no, you don't need a $50 cup in your life. Okay, you can get a plastic one for $5 that does the same thing. But I do really love this cup, though. It's awesome. I love that it's Deadpool themed. It's awesome.
I like this scene a lot. Now, is this her mom or the little girl's mom or her sister? 'Cause I feel like I got it wrong the first time. I was like, that's her mom.
I don't remember.
But she was like talking to her like it was her sister.
I love the fact that the crow follows him like throughout the
The,
movie.
the crow is like the essence of him and his abilities too.
Yeah.
Cause like I remember you were frustrated in the movie when we watched the first time because like he kept getting shot and like he's vulnerable or invulnerable. Like he can't die. But like once you kill the crow, that's how you kill him.
I wasn't
And
frustrated about that.
well, you were like, I hate that he doesn't. I hate that we know that he can't die.
I don't remember saying that.
Yeah, you were like, it's kind of like makes the action a little like it takes away from the action because we know he can't die. And then we found out like he's connected to the crow, so they try to kill the bird, they kill him.
Hmm.
The first time I watched this movie, I missed that he was a rock and roll star or whatever, or he was a musician. I missed that part.
My hand, you got me.
The prosthetic hand.
Said, "Stop me if you've heard this one."
Oh,
I kind of like that. They kind of do it in this movie too, but I like how in the remake it looks like they're embracing the fact that he's invincible. Like I love that shot in the trailer where the guy's like behind him and he shoots him through him. Like that's awesome.
mhm.
That's awesome to me. It's like, ooh, you're coming with me. There's many movies that I watch them and they're in this aspect ratio and I'm like, oh, I wish this was widescreen. This is definitely not one of those movies. I love how it's shot and I think the aspect ratio kind of adds to it.
Mhm.
We were what movie? Oh, we were saying that about Good Day to Die Hard. We were saying that like
Oh yeah,
that it's filmed horribly with that aspect ratio.
I still gotta watch that movie or finish it.
Aliens is another one that I think it works so well. I can't imagine watching that movie widescreen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, but I really hope when they put Romulus on Disney Plus, they put it IMAX enhanced. That would be so dope.
That was that. I don't remember that being happening.
But
Uh, him like grabbing her and like the heroin like came out of her arm. I did
mhm.
not remember that. Don't do drugs.
Did you like seeing Romulus in Dolby or IMAX more in that
Dolby,
theater?
Dolby, Dolby. I felt like the score and like the overall sound was better regulated for the theater. Watching it IMAX it about bust my eardrums out.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a little loud. I ain't
it
gonna
was
lie. It
and
was
and it
really loud.
and it wasn't like the whole movie. It was just certain sequences
Yeah,
that were
just
just
the
like,
ship.
yeah, the ship like crashing and like it all that. It was just like, nah,
Yeah,
I didn't like that. I had to like cover my ears at some points. But
yeah.
in Dolby, surprisingly, it wasn't. I'm like, I'm not gonna say that it was like a lower volume, but it was just like better mixed or something like that.
Hmm.
Um,
Were the seats the same or were they different?
we had reclining seats, so I
Yeah.
like that better too.
Yeah, I didn't love those seats in IMAX. They weren't the Abe Lincoln seats,
They
but
weren't.
they the leather seat they were kind of stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's not how the ones here are. Like,
Mm-hmm.
they you kind of fall into them.
Mm-hmm.
uh those they were kind of stiff, and even though we didn't have anything, the cup holders being at the bottom bothered me. I didn't like that.
Yeah, the cup holders were like sunken in,
Yeah, that was
and
weird.
also you could see the people in front of you. Like you could see, like in between the chairs. Like with Dolby, it's just like you can't see anything in front of you. It's like a barrier,
Hmm.
in front of you
Yo,
and
why
behind
is
you.
he wearing the hat in the house, bro?
The boxers with the boxer briefs. Gotta go take a shower.
Ow!
How'd you get here?
Listen, man, I'm just glad that you realize how good Romulus was.
Yeah, I definitely had to watch it a second time. I told you that when I walked out of that theater. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what happened. As soon as I sat down, it was like those seats were NyQuil. I was like struggling. You can see me like sitting up, trying
Yeah,
to like
I did.
and like you know like that.
I'm just glad you didn't say it was like mid because you were tired. That was my fear when it ended. I was like, oh, he's gonna give it like a 3.5.
No, no, the thing about the movie is I liked it. There were just things that I had issues with, and then when I watched it a second time, I still had some of the same things, but it wasn't as bad, especially because we had like a conversation afterwards and it kind of clarified some things. And I was
Hmm.
like, okay, that makes sense. So, watching it a second time, knowing the ending, so I'm
Yeah.
not like anticipating it the whole time, like I was able to pick up on things that I missed, and I was able to, just take everything in and analyze everything as it came. It was dope. There was some parts in that movie I was like, "Let's go."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Without spoilers, the part where Kaylee Spaney has to go do something, when she gets out the elevator, and it does that one shot of her holding the gun and the score kicks in. Oh, I felt it. I
Fantastic.
felt it the
It's,
second
oh,
time.
So raw.
And then the part with the acid with in the zero gravity,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's awesome.
This is something I had a question about. So, did it seem like Isabella Marced, or was it? Is that her name?
Yeah,
Isabella Marced's character and that Bjorn character were together in a relationship, and he was the father. Did it
I
seem
saw
like that?
somebody say that because she says that like, oh, the father's like a dickhead or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I saw somebody say that.
and then there was another moment where, like he, she's walking up to the whole thing, and
Yeah,
he comes up behind her, grabs her mouth, and then they have like a little moment where they look into each other's eyes, and like he grabs her face, and I'm like, but then I thought about it. I was like, so that's Tyler's sister, right?
yeah.
And then Tyler earlier in the movie said that Bjorn was his cousin. I said, so they're cousins? Okay. So
Got to keep that family tree alive, bro.
out here like the Targaryens, bro. I was making connections in that movie. There's two birth scenes in that movie.
Dog. Mm-mm-mm.
And that was another um foreshadowing.
Mhm.
The first birth. It's insane, bro. When the score kicked up, Xenomorph came
Yeah,
out.
that scene, that's one for the franchise easily, bro. That is so raw. We saw it in the trailer a couple of times, but like when it drops and you just see the smoke coming off of it. Oh man,
No! Eyeball. The eyes are the windows of the soul.
dude looks like James Franco.
It's Tony Todd.
No, that dude
No, I
looks
know,
like
I
James Franco.
know who you're talking. I know. I was just saying, there's Tony Todd. James Franco is Tony Todd.
Helen, be my victim. This is special for the people that currently listening. We will be doing a Candyman watch along in October. One of 3 watch alongs we'll be doing in October. And all we'll say about the month of September is that September is going to make up for half the month not being horror watch alongs. We'll say that. September is going to be a lot of fun.
Ah, ah, oh, he got me.
Ow! Ow! Double tap.
Oh, now was that really necessary, sir?
Die already, would you?
Right.
I'll say this, I think I feel a little bit better about the pacing this time around because we got about like 40-ish minutes left.
Not bad. Yeah, we gotta get to the third act. Well, he still has to be getting that shootout, and then the final thing at the church.
This man is
jamming.
playing electric guitar shirtless.
I love it.
It's crazy seeing something like that and knowing that Jason Momoa was originally going to be the Crow before Bill Skarsgård.
I did not know that.
Yep, he was in the makeup and everything, and then things happened and he wasn't in it.
Jason Momoa as the Crow. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see that.
I'll show you right now.
No, I'm not saying like see him be it. I'm just like I'm talking about like in the movie, like
Yeah,
playing that character, having that backstory, like I guess being as violent as that movie looks like it's going to be. I don't know.
I could definitely see it because if they go with this storyline, I could definitely see him doing the thing of like, oh, you killed my family, you took my wife and everything. I could definitely see him pulling that off
He got to channel his inner Drogo.
because he's very relatable.
Mm. I just see this man as Aquaman and dropping mics. That's how I see him.
I'm talking about like, mainly the first Aquaman because the first Aquaman he does the emotional stuff really well.
The second Aquaman with the freeze frame.
Oh my
No,
god!
the frame rate drop. Oh man, I almost bought that movie this weekend. Something I got this, or yeah, something I got this weekend got crushed in my book bag, and I'm kind of sad about it. Passenger. I remember this being crazy.
Dove.
Yo, yo, he runs him over and then tries to beat him up. Bro, you ran me over. Mm. What in the crap? I don't know if that was supposed to be that funny, but it was.
Reminds me of the cop from Final Destination 2. He spills the coffee on him. He's like, ow!
You see the crow just following him. We came out in 1994, the year after I was born. I was 1 years old, or about to be it. Mm. Looks like I need to watch the special features on this. They got deleted footage. Extended scenes. I've never seen the trailer to this movie either. I need to go back and watch that too.
I just sent you the test footage on Instagram
Oh,
that
for
Jason
Jason
Momoa
Momoa.
did. It was in 2016.
Oh, okay. You did that on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Man, duct taped into the seat, bro.
No, not somebody putting Alien 3 at the bottom after Alien vs. Predator Requiem.
I'm not surprised. That's not the first time I've heard that. People take the beginning of that movie that seriously.
This poster says Alien Prometheus. That's not what it's called.
Mm-mm.
Not between his legs, though.
Mm-mm. Oh,
Mm. See the axle come off of the car, bro. Mm. Flames. So raw. With the score in the back. Ah. Toby is raw. Here lies Air Draven. I want the Blu-rays of this movie. So I can have both. Did we ever get a oh sorry, go ahead.
should have looked for them. Isaiah. They
I should have.
definitely should have had that mug.
I should have. I actually need to add that to my list.
I was pissed. I was watching one of your guys' videos and saw the Ghostbusters steelbook. The
Yeah.
and it was like
It was like
a good price.
$11.99.
Yeah, I'm pissed I didn't get that. I definitely would have gotten that.
Oh,
I know it was Blu-ray, but I still would have gotten that. I love that steelbook.
it's a dope steelbook. Yeah, I showed that off. I don't know if Alex did. I still haven't watched that video. I need to watch that video. But showed that off. Ah, yeah, so that is her mom, but she calls her by her first name. That's why I was confused. She's trying. I like that little arc. It's nice. It's like even though this is a revenge story, he kind of turns out to be a hero at the same time, which is kind of cool.
Yo.
Man is charcoal, bro. Man,
Oh
burnt
man.
burnt to a crisp.
That dude looks like Bruce Campbell. Like Evil Dead Bruce Campbell. Ashley Williams.
Ashley Williams. It's the only man I ever known by the name Ashley. Yeah, on the plane I watched some Pretty Little Liars, and a little piece of fine cinema called An Extremely Goofy Movie.
Hmm.
What else did I watch? On the way there, I watched some Friends.
Transformers 1 is getting more good reviews.
When is that actually out?
The beginning of September. Oh no, September 20th.
Oh, towards the end of September. Okay.
Shoot.
What?
Oh, that's IMAX. Damn, that's kind of late for a kids movie. Saying my IMAX is 7:45. That's kind of
Mm,
late
on
for
a
a kids
Thursday?
movie. Yeah,
Mm.
I definitely want to see that movie in IMAX. I
That's the
wanted
earliest?
to. No, the earliest is 5 o'clock in 3D, which I wanted to do. I
Hmm.
wanted to see that movie in 3D.
Hmm. But,
I can't because it's cool.
oh, I didn't realize you had classes on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
What time you get out?
4-ish.
Oh, yeah. Kitty?
Yeah, and then
Wonder
they're
if that,
only doing that showtime at 5:30. I'm not trying to go see that movie that late, no matter what day I go.
wonder if that cat is in the remake. Hmm. Wait, who is he to her? Because she act like she knows him. I'm definitely about to add this to my annual watch list. I need to watch this each year. This man tweaking out. Man, this needs to chill out. Man, definitely on drugs.
That was some. That was a trailer I forgot came out that we could have talked about. I didn't even watch that trailer.
What was it?
The new A24 movie,
Oh, the
the White.
Y2K. Hmm.
I totally forgot that trailer was coming out.
Yeah, I watched half of it and then I got busy doing something, so I never finished it. I gotta watch it. Finish the trailer. Got your boy from It Chapter One. Well, the It movies, and your boy from Deadpool 2.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt. Mm. Mm. I can't believe I forgot that he was like a rock star. That just makes him so much cooler. I believe I forgot that. Did they ever emphasize that he was like that in the remake? That he was in a
No.
band? No, they
Mm-mm.
haven't. Oh, okay. I hope they didn't change that. I really like that. Very 90s. 90s grunge rock. Here we go. It's a shootout scene. Mm. How'd you say you felt about this villain?
I didn't really
You
have
find?
thoughts of him.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of just whatever to me.
Mm, thought you were saying that he was underwhelming. I think For me, I like his aesthetic a lot. I like his overall aura, his demeanor, everything like that. Um, I wish there was something stronger that connected him to the story and stronger to connect him to Eric Draven. Like if we found out like it was his brother or uncle or like somebody who like planned a hit that was significant in his life or something like that.
You can't say that in a movie not made by Marvel Studios.
I'm mostly intrigued with this remake because I want to see what they change, what they keep the same, and like what they tweak and what they modernize. Like, I'm just interested to see the comparison, mostly more than I'm actually interested in the movie itself.
At the very least, that movie hopefully is gonna have. Oh,
Come here.
Mm.
Mm, mm. Use her as a shield. Come here. Oh, throat chopped him. Throat chopped him.
Ow!
Oh,
Ow!
ah. Mm. Do a flip. Tuck and roll. Mm. And using a sword. And flinging them across the room. Ooh.
Mm. I love
One.
that the I love that the guns in this movie don't have those cartoony ass sound effects. The
Yeah.
bow,
Yeah. Ding.
yeah. I like
Little
that they sound
ricochets.
like real guns.
Yeah. One thing I will say about that scene, I wish it was focused more on like where the bullets were going. Like it
Mhm.
was just like it's just a lot of shooting and a lot of people like getting flung everywhere. Like if they emphasized on where the bullets were actually going, I think it would have had a better effect on the movie. There's just like a lot of shooting nonsense. It's a good scene. Him doing a little jig. Nah, bro, where's your shower cap? Don't switch up now. Mm. I like that shot. I'm running across the roof with the helicopter light on him. Now with the 4K, do you feel like it like made the effects and different shots look better, or kind of emphasize how bad they did look? Okay.
The green screen when people fall. It's only when people fall,
Hmm. Yeah.
which is really bad.
Yeah. I know sometimes 4Ks can do that. Like it could go either way. It can make them look better. The effects look better or worse. You could take. See, this is where we learn. You kill the bird. You kill him. Hmm. Kill the crow. You destroy the man. And I know that's how they're gonna do it in the remake. And everybody try and go after the crow. Get him. Crow like, what did I do? So I'm just chilling. I'm vibing. Now, is it supposed to be where his wife like reincarnates into the crow? Is that what that is, or no? I don't remember. You said you don't know.
Mm.
Oh, okay. That would be kind of interesting if, because I just read online that that's not the case. That would be kind of interesting to that she is the crow reincarnated, and like she like protects him and he protects her type thing in the afterlife. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah, I really like their relationship. This movie, like, bro, got your boy tearing up at the crow, bro. Mm, it's a great scene. Hmm. Here we go. So third act. There's that shot. Walking through the doors.
Oh.
No animal cruelty. It's not healing. His character's name is Top Dollar. Bye bye, birdie. Oh,
When the shower cap comes off, it's a wrap.
you know it's something serious. Oh, the way he dove like that.
Come here.
Hands off my bird.
Ow! Ow!
So he got shot on set and died. How did they finish this movie? I don't even know
They were
what
probably doing
scene.
reshoots.
Hmm. That might have been what it was. It had to have been because this movie is finished.
Mhm. Ow! You got me.
Oh, learn the hard way. Oh, Messing her up.
My eye.
My other eye. Oh, dang! Got her for both her eyes.
Oof.
You know she did. IMDb says the little girl doesn't act anymore. I think this was her only role, pretty much. No, I guess she did a couple more things, but that's it. Some straight to DVD stuff. You get Rachel Zegler in A24 movie. That Y2K movie coming out next year?
December.
Is December? Okay. So I was about to say she about to have Snow White and that next year coming out. No, one Brandy movie is coming out with the old lady.
It is. Okay, I have that. The movie
Just looking at
looks rather horrible to me.
what's that movie even called? The Front Room.
I do want to see that movie with Hugh Grant, the A24 movie.
Yeah, where he takes the little girl, the two girls.
But part of me feels like A24 is gonna A24 it, and it's gonna go up its own rear end.
I'm not looking forward to either of those releases, if I'm being honest.
The Brandy one, I think, just looks bad. The Hugh Grant one, I'm intrigued with it because the concept seems cool. Hugh Grant being in a horror movie as a villain is very intriguing, but this concept being done by A24 kind of makes me afraid.
Dang! Went through his mouth too. Sheesh.
I don't understand why it's only people falling in this movie that looks bad. Everything else in this movie looks pretty perfect, except for people falling.
It's a lot of that. I feel like when the people fell out of the window during the shootout, it didn't look bad. But like it's kind of like the POV of them falling looks worse. Like I guess that's when they use the green screen. I also wonder if the cops are going to be as prevalent in this movie. Honestly, if you take out the cops aspect of this movie, I feel like it could work out the same way, and then maybe even better. Yeah, see, the crow is gone and she's there. That's why I was thinking that. And then now that she's gone, the crow is there. I don't know. I was just thinking that that was her. She got the engagement ring. They did not have to drop the frame rate right there, but worked out fine. Oh,
Brandon and Eliza.
I love that movie. Movie's great.
That was The
Love
Crow,
it.
directed by Alex Proyas. Very, very, very good movie indeed.
I feel like if I watch that movie enough, I might give it a 5. We'll see.
Oh, my score went up.
Oh,
Well,
nice. Sweet.
all right. It is time for the physical media update and
Here, I'm gonna go first because you got a lot of stuff. I didn't get that much stuff.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so all right. So I'm gonna start off with what Tyler gave me is Resident Evil, like all 6 films. This is what got destroyed in my backpack. Like it
Oh, damn.
shipped. Yeah, I know it
Oh,
shipped, and
damn.
yeah, I know. So and it won't even clasp anymore, which sucks, but it's all right. You know. And I guess the only reason why he gave me that is because I didn't have Retribution. Like that was the only movie. That's the only movie I don't have. But like,
No,
I
I gave that to you because I didn't want two different versions of that collection in my collection. I really did not.
I appreciate it.
I
Uh,
can take having like 8 different Saw 9 movie collections, but Resident Evil, I'm not good on that.
that's cool. And it's just a basic, release. It's like a basic clamshell,
Hmm.
whatever. But yeah. So and then I picked up the Green Room or Green Room. I really enjoy this movie. And Anton Yelchin, rest in peace, stars in it. Patrick Stewart. So great movie. A24. Then I picked up Step Up to the Streets. I was looking for this diligently. I've been looking for this for a while, and I'm ready to give this a rewatch because it's one of my childhood favorites. Next is Emma. It is a Anya Taylor Joy movie, and actually Mia Goth is in this movie as well. And Stacy and I went to go see it in theaters, and we enjoyed it. And we've been looking for the Blu-ray ever since, and we can't find it anywhere. Maybe like online, but like I'm talking about in the stores. So, and then last, I picked up Widows. This man has been trying to get me to watch this movie for a while now. He was like, "Look, they got Widows," and I was like, "All right, let me buy it." So I picked it up. It was only $4, so not a bad deal. Even if I don't like it, it's not a bad deal. All right,
All
and
right.
that's all I have. Ready for
So
your 10,000 releases?
so
2,000.
this is the stuff of the mix of stuff I got from Zai Records, which is the place that we went to this weekend, which was awesome. And then I
Mhm.
also got some stuff at Academy Records on my birthday, so I'm gonna show that stuff off. I'm going to try and go fast. So first thing I got was Are We Done Yet? This was like $2 at Zaya, and I wanted to get this because me and AJ recently watched it, and we had a honestly I had a blast watching it. It's a childhood favorite of mine. It's hilarious to me. Next, we got Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. I've been looking for this for a while. This is one of the better DC animated movies. I like that one a good bit. Um, got Old M Night Shyamalan's Old. I've been holding off on buying this because I honest to God hate this movie, but I found it for under $10, and I was like, I'll just buy it. Call it a day. Next I found the Piranha remake, Piranha 3D. This is one that I picked up immediately because it's out of print. So I grabbed it, and yes, I put it in a red case, and it looks awesome in the red case.
Mhm.
Um, if you guys saw the OVR we did for Piranha, which I'm assuming most of you did because the views were insane on that. You guys know how I feel about this movie. It's garbage, but fun garbage. Was there. Next, I got the Prom Night remake. I think this was only like $4, and I remember watching it and kind of enjoying it for what it was. It's not all that great, but I remember being like, it's okay. I like it more than the original. Next, I got the Strangers Blu-ray. I know the
Did,
4K is coming out. I don't need a 4K for this, to be honest.
did you check that?
No, I didn't.
Check that.
Um, but it just was like $4, I think. So I ended up picking it up. I'm probably not gonna get the sequel, and if I see the steelbook to the remake, I might get it. If not, I'm probably just never gonna buy it because that movie was horrible. Summer of '84. I just watched this a couple months ago. I absolutely loved this movie. This was a very fun summer watch. Got the Texas Chainsaw 3D sequel. This was like $5. It's rather horrible, but I'm trying to get the last remaining Texas Chainsaw movies, and then
Now, which ones do you have to get now?
Next
Left.
Generation and the third one.
Oh, okay.
But every time I see them, they're like insanely overpriced for no reason. Um,
Probably out of print.
4Ks? No, they're not.
Oh,
They're on Amazon.
oh.
4Ks. So we got Batman Gotham by Gaslight. I have been looking for this movie with a slipcover for so long. Um, and we went to one store and I saw it without a slip. I was like, I'm not gonna get it. Found it at the next store for $12 on 4K with a slip. Could not be happier. This is easily one of the best DC animated movies we've had in
Ever.
light years. Movie is raw. We got District 9. I found this with a slipcover. It was a little pricey, but I bit the bullet on it. I have not seen this movie yet. I know it's acclaimed. I need to get on it, but I'm very excited to watch this. That goes there. We got Lara Croft Tomb Raider 4K. This movie is so hilariously over the top. I love it. It's so much fun. This goes there. I can't believe I own this, bro. Madam Web on 4K, bro. I did not pay for this. This this man paid for this.
Happy birthday.
Yes, one of a couple things he
Yes,
actually got me for my birthday, but this was like $8 at wherever he got it from. So I was like, bro, if you see it, just grab it for me. $8. That's I could live with $8 for this piece of shit. Um, this movie was horrible. We did a spoiler talk on it, of which we tore this movie apart, and this movie was so bad it made me physically ill. I'm not
You love
joking.
saying that. You love saying that.
Yes, because it's true. I wouldn't say it if it's not true. I got the Mean Girls 4K. I truthfully only got this because it was like about 13-ish dollars at Barnes and Noble. It was like 50% off. Um, I I mean, I love Mean Girls. I'm not gonna, say her and be like, oh, I'm mad that I bought it. No, I'm just saying in the sense like, did I need this on 4K? No, but it was cheap, and I was like, I'll get it. And I do like the slipcover, even though I have the steelbook of it.
It's the same. It's the same
Yeah,
design.
it's the same thing. Um, and I got Uncharted. This was like $6, I think. Um, I I've had like no urge to watch this movie again because I love the games and this movie is just not the games. It was very okay. And then Steelbooks got some
Dang,
Steelbooks.
got that big
um
old stack.
I could have gotten nothing and only got this. I would have been satisfied. I found the Avengers Age of Ultron 4K Steelbook. I have been looking for this 4K for so long for a price that I wanted to pay. And truthfully, I didn't want to pay for this how much I did like used, but it was the 4K Steelbook, so I was like, all right, I'll bite the bullet. I have this movie on 4K now, and I can rest happy. I'm so happy. I found the Captain America First Avenger Steelbook, factory sealed. Very happy to own this. I love this movie. And now I think I only need Iron Man 1, Ant Man 1, and Civil War, and I have all the MCU movies on 4K. I found Justice League versus Teen Titans, the Steelbook. I enjoy this one. This one's really good.
That's a good one.
I bought. I'm just gonna call it Nikita. I know it has some other title to it. Nikita. This is a French film directed by Luc Besson. I've been on a Luc Besson kick for a little while. I watched The Fifth Element and it was amazing. I watched Leon the Professional earlier this year and I really enjoyed it. Watched about an hour of this yesterday. It's okay. The story is pretty good, but it's really French, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense.
What? Wait,
It's like
wait. Yeah, elaborate on that.
the style is like really coming off of it. Like
Mm,
things happen and you're like, yeah, this is a French movie. You can
mm,
tell. I
okay,
don't know.
okay.
It's okay. Um, I put these two together because they kind of go together. So AJ found the Mad Max Fury Road Walmart steelbook and grabbed it for me. I'm so happy he did because I wanted this steelbook. It was out of print, and Walmart did not put it back. Walmart. Um, I love this steelbook, and it's one of my favorites of all time. And then he got me this, the Furiosa 4K steelbook, one of probably still the biggest disappointment of this year. Unfortunately, this movie just it hurt me on so many levels. I liked it, but it could have been so much better than it was.
Those two steelbooks match though.
They do. I found the Southpaw Steelbook for $8. I picked that up. I haven't seen this movie since I first saw it, but I will be watching that soon because it's really good. And the last thing that I got was the I don't know if this is it's probably Blu-ray. The Blu-ray steelbook for Star Wars: The Last Jedi. I saw it; it was like $10. I was like, I love this steelbook. I love these posters for this movie, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Now I have like another copy of The Last Jedi in my possession. But yeah, that is going to do it for the physical media section of our episode of Nerd Talk tonight. Thank you to everyone who joined us in the chat. Thank you to the people who were chatting it up with us. Let me just check. Yes, we are. So next week we will be back to our normal time, Wednesday. We will be doing a live watch along for The Incredibles because it is the 20th anniversary this year. So we thought
Ooh,
we had a empty spot for a watch along, and we were like, let's do an anniversary, and Incredibles was there. We were like, absolutely. So we'll be doing that. Um, go check out our OVR for 101 Dalmatians. The views on that were rather putrid, and I don't really know what happened with that. If you guys have not please go check that out because I actually we had a good time making that one. Um, we will be updating the slate for September after the Incredibles with watch alongs and the OVR we'll have and all that. Um, I did have plans to review Alien Romulus, but it kind of just escaped from me, so I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I might review The Crow or Strange Darling this weekend, depending on which one makes me feel a certain way. If I just really like them and I don't really want to review them, I just won't. Um, I think that is it for me. Do you have anything going on?
Yeah, so as far as me, I have a few things planned. I know I wanted to do a alien ranking on my Instagram, just like a quick ranking of all the movies. I'll probably do an Alien Romulus review, like full on review on my Instagram as well. Um, and as far as nerd talk, um, I what else do we have? You said OVR. We'll be talking about what OVR we're doing for next month, and yeah, so everything with that is good. And then in Vegas, I did a few like food reviews and things like that, so I'm gonna be dropping those. And I have another Zia Records video dropping. I went 3 times, so my third trip, I did another video just showing everything else. Like we mainly focused on Blu-rays and 4Ks and stuff, but I wanted to like go in there because that place has so much stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to go in there and show a lot of other stuff. They had Funkos and toys and clothes and instruments and vinyls and cassettes, and like I just wanted to kind of show that kind of stuff off and also kind of wrap up the trip and talk about that. So I have that video coming out as well. But other than that, I think that's it.
All right. So we're gonna get on out of here. So thank you to everyone who was in the chat. And if you guys enjoyed this stream and watch along, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have now. We are currently at 184 or 5 subscribers. I don't know. Let's get us to 200, please, for the end of the year. That would be greatly appreciated. And if you guys enjoyed this, consider checking out our other stuff. And we will see you on the next episode of Nerd Talk, everybody. Peace out.